smoking, but when they hear this song, they'll learn there's more to toking. 25,000 different things we can make from it, and if we give it a chance, we'll save the blinking planet. Food, fuel and medicine, necessities for life, a benefit to all of us, our wonder and delight. Within this smelly weed, there's more than meets the eye, so much, much more than smoking, it can cleanse our dirty skies. Cannabis, cannabis, will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis, cannabis is a very useful weed. Cannabis, cannabis, will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis, cannabis is very good indeed.
Hello, 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 hello. It's Hemp Works. It is. It's time for hemp. It is. And tonight, my lovely co-host on Friday is the beautiful, wonderful, talented, extraordinaire Dr. Beth Fisher, who can't pick up her phone tonight. Her phone line's gone down. Even on Skype, she's showing. So, Beth, you were listening? Dr. Fisher,
Yeah.
call the engineer. Aha, you're there. Well done. Cool, you're there. Good. Don't need to freak out. Hi, Dr. Beth.
How are you today, Steve?
I'm fabulous. Did you hear that intro I gave you?
No, I was just getting on. Was it a good one?
Oh, it's global. It's an Oscar performance. I shall win a golden nominee for it. It was all good.
Well,
I was just telling the world how beautiful you are and how talented and how marvellous and what a wonderful pro activist you are and what wonders the world, how you shine the wonders of the world upon the populace.
On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkle moonlight in your hair and golden starlight in your eyes of blue.
That's a good time to remind people, please go to the donate button, press the donate button, donate some money, because Casper, if he gives up this job, he's going to go singing. He will appear in a club near you. Now, you've been warned, all right? He's quite happy being what he does, and I think he's actually quite good at it. Right? But honestly, I don't think I can put up too many hours of that. Streaming some karaoke bar. What do you think?
All right, you too.
Right, so here we are. It's Friday, another week in the hemp world, and loads of things have happened, haven't they? As per usual, I can't keep up with it.
Absolutely. First and foremost, our heartfelt condolences go to the family and friends of Anna Conte, New York State, 9-year-old with Dravet syndrome. I just want to ask Governor Cuomo, why? Just why? What will it take for you to understand that cannabis is medicine? Our heartfelt, it's not the time nor the platform for it, but our heartfelt condolences.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's about 3 in 2 weeks now.
To the context.
That we know.
That we know of. And to listeners, if you have the same situation, our heartfelt condolences go to you as well. Just because we don't know your name doesn't know that we're not grieving with you. Yeah. We thank you. We thank you for being there, standing strong. Let us know. Tell us your story. We give individuals with these stories time to talk with us, time to share. Call us, contact us. Absolutely. Yeah. And
if it's one of the kids, contact one of the canna mums. They're all up to speed. And a canna mum is, in my book, a canna mum is somebody that has a sick kid that's either looked into this medicine or is using this medicine. There's loads of them. Sierra Riddle, there's Renee in Florida, there's the Maquila people. There is literally, and they will all spend as much time as it takes talking to you. If you know anybody, any child that suffers from this, let them know. Just tell them. Yeah, you ain't breaking no laws by telling them. They won't come around and burn your house down just because you've informed them about pot. It works. Yeah? This is why we're always so upset, isn't it, when we're losing these kids now, because we know the treatment. It's unnecessary. Yeah?
It's not necessary, and we know it. And as you said earlier this week, that we are letting people make laws for us on cannabis that have never used it, that don't know the issues, that are making laws. They have no business in writing medical laws for us. They do not know. They are not doctors. And in fact, the doctors at this point, if you're not in the cannabis trenches, don't know. I think about doctors, Dr. Frank Lucido in Berkeley, California. He's a wonderful doctor. He uses a holistic method. He really does. Then, there's just so many great cannabis doctors that believe and use the cannabis as medicine. And that's really a holistic and an innovative, the way it should be, the way it was, Steve, 100 years ago, 70 years.
Not even that. We don't have to go back that far, really. And as well, with all them doctors, listen, it's the same in the UK. Stop being bullied by the government agencies, whatever you want to call them, government agencies. They've all got different names, but they all do the same job. Don't listen to them. You train to be medics. You know what medicine is. Stop it, right? Tell them to poke that paycheck. We can all survive. You still have a good living.
That's right. And to doctors, quit being wusses. Stand. You had a backbone. You got through school. You got through med school. You had kiss enough whatever to get through. You had to know your stuff. Now you're letting some government official tell you what you can and cannot do. Really? When did you lose your spine and replace it with greed, doctors? Stand tall. You made an oath to do no harm. Well, then why are you allowing harm to happen to your patients? I'm sorry, Steve. I get a little upset when doctors, that they're being sponsored by the big pharma and the DEA. Stand up. Do what is right.
Yeah, me too, Beth, because I come from my first job in life when I left school was I was a psychiatric nurse, fully trained. So I come from the healthcare professionals, and in my day we done proper nursing, So it's just our great profession. You're a doctor. I know you're not a medical doctor, but you're still a doctor. I'm a nurse, and it's not good for our profession that they're acting this way. And the chances are most of them doctors now, if you think about it, were most probably put through college and university by their parents, and their parents would have been more years parents. They actually went to war for the freedom to send you to school to study medicine because your parents wanted you to grow up and have a really nice job helping other people, and you're not at the moment, you're killing them. Stop it. It's not.
That's right. That's right. And you're talking about, you spoke about you being a nurse. Steve, it's the nurses that have been so supportive in this movement. And we think about Marilyn Mather and Al, and they did the American Cannabis Nursing Association. Those chapters are opening. So nurses, if you are listening to this program and you are on the other side of the pond, then, contact them. Contact Marilyn. She is on the Time for Hemp Network. So it's right there. We can connect you. If you want to start a chapter, if you want more information, if you want to know where to go, contact us. We will get you right there. Caregivers, if you know of a nurse you'd like to bring in, do the same thing. Reach out. This is interactive radio. It was changed from being egocentric where we talk about ourselves all day. It's all about medicine and education. Right, Steve? We're helping.
Yeah, I think so. When we went to Veg Fest this weekend, everybody was asking me what to do. So over 21 years of people asking me what to do. I never could come up with a good answer. But I think at the moment what I'm saying to people is learn the true facts about cannabis hemp. There is plenty of videos. There is plenty of YouTube. There is plenty of radio stations. Of course, Time for Hemp is a fantastic one and the best. But there is other ones, There's books. There's films. There's people willing to go online that will tell you their story. Learn the true facts about what cannabis hemp is and then start having the conversation. Let's make this general conversation. Because as soon as it becomes general conversation, everybody will see that it is a stupid law that is actually causing people to go to jail for long term, not just short term jail, interrupts people's lives. And then it comes back down to the other bit, that loads of people are suffering through pain like MS and Parkinsonism when there's no need, because this is really good pain relief for them. And then you've got us lot, which are the patient at a time, and we wouldn't be here without this medicine. We would have all been dead by now. Absolutely. So, there's loads of good info out there. Just learn about it. Get talking about it. Because as soon as you're in the open, you will see what we've seen. Yeah?
That's right. Listeners, and if you're there and you're saying, I don't have any of that, I'm healthy as it can be, but I use cannabis, let me let you know right now, you're using it prophylactic purposes. You are making sure you're staying healthy. And that's that's what it is in my case. I own Senior Medical Cannabis, which is helping seniors over 50 understand more about medical cannabis. But we're seeing that move from, as you know, from illness to homeostasis of feeling great, and then moving more to the optimal health, how cannabis keep you the best shape, anti-aging. Steve, we look fantastic.
You are, and in the post today, I know it's left England, so it's somewhere between England and your home. It's some of my new cream. You're going to look fantastic. Well, you already look fantastic.
I love it.
I will enhance the beauty that is already there.
It is.
I can't improve on it.
Oh, I love you, Steve. Listeners, Steve sent me this tube a few months ago of Love Me cream. It is incredible. When this cream hits the market, you are to run by every bottle there is, put it in a box, and ship it to me. I want every bottle. I'm going to I don't hoard anything. I'm hoarding that cream. Listeners, the first thing you're going to feel is a tingle. I would say put it on one half of your face, literally, only one side, and watch. Watch within hours. It's just an incredible cream. And why? Because it's cannabis. If it's going to keep you healthy, it's going to regenerate cell growth. It's good for you. Why? I just, cannabis works.
And bearing in mind, I do this is what I do in life. Not all this chit chat and activism. I actually make the best cream, the best hemp creams in the world. And this, I might be blowing my own trumpet, this creation is the best that I've ever made, and it is the best that I've ever seen in the world. And not because I say so, I'm the best in the world. My hempettes, my testers in the UK, are all literally jumping up and down, and all their friends are all telling them how wonderful their skin looks. Right? We've really got something to be proud of at the moment. So, postman, look after that package and take it to Dr. Beth's post haste. Get it there ASAP.
Right. That is right.
Yeah.
Well, you've had some great guests on this week. We sure have, haven't we? Oh my gosh, Steve, it's been a full week, hasn't it?
It's a roller coaster. Every week is absolutely staggering, the people that we're getting on and the stories they're telling. I mean, look, we had 2 canna mums this week. I had Renee on, she managed to squeeze me in 20 minutes. Unfortunately, her son, she had things to do.
Yeah.
Well, he's out playing. He's on the circuit now. If you go to a cannabis show pretty much anywhere in America at the moment, chances are you might get me little Landon. And he's brilliant. He's 4.5 years old. He runs around. He introduces himself. And the words on his lips are, cannabis cured me. You can't argue with that, can you?
No, you can't. No, you can't. And in the news this week, Steve, on the 23rd, residents of Oregon have just made sure that they can have recreational cannabis on the
about time too. What time are we doing the break today, Beth? I've lost all track of time. Have you got a clock in front of you?
Well, I do have a clock. It's 11:18. We usually break much later. Steve, I do have a couple of questions this week for listeners. Steve, I'd really like to talk. We touched base on it earlier this week, how to prepare for a fest. You just went to Raw Fest. You're going to go to Slovenia. I'm going to Hemp Fest with my team, and we're going to be in the middle of these fests. Listeners, when you go to these events, there are things, if you've not gone before, there are things you need to know. And listeners, if you have gone to Fest and you are a pro, email us, seniormedicalcannabis@gmail.com, Time for Hemp. We're there. You can contact us. Steve, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Me? By my feet.
Well, there you go. So there you go.
Because I move quite quickly.
Get a hold of us, because if you've got hints, we will announce them. We will, and we will give you credit for it. Our job is just to share the information, not bogart that joint.
No, we don't want none of you to share it. That's all we want to do. I don't want my name on other people's work. I've got my own important work.
That's right, but we want to share it.
Share it.
Information is power, and we like to share. We do. Steve, the biggest hint, I think, that, and it was what you shared, was make sure you have walkie-talkies. Because your cell phones, you're just not going to be able to get through. It's just that way. There's so many cell phones, and I'm sure in some spaces that there are some carriers that will make you pay for access to that space at that time. It's just the way it is.
Also, in today's modern world, it can be quite dangerous putting on them, because they're all smartphones now, aren't they? So smartphones are notoriously easy to hack into. You've got that many people in one place. Walkie-talkies are much better at a show. Because you ain't got to wait for a line, you ain't got to, you've got instant contact, you ain't even got to dial the number. It's just like, breaker, Dr. Beth, where are you?
That's right. And I like
it. Makes your life lies all day, like they're easy to charge up. Perfect.
Right. Go to the toy section. Get yourself something. Get yourself a walkie-talkie, because, listeners, you can turn around at these fests. They can be very crowded. And you can turn around, and the person that you love is gone. And in my case, Steve, I'm so tall that I know I am taller than those tables. So if somebody tall is looking for me, they're going to miss it. So walkie-talkies are pretty good. Now, string is even better.
I've got one. No, cable ties. Cable ties, gaffer tape, a wind-up torch. The other important things to be wearing at festivals this year is either a Hemp Works charity T-shirt, a senior medical cannabis T-shirt, or a Time for Hemp T-shirt. Don't be square, people. Be fashionable. Get out there. You don't want people pointing fingers at you, going, "Oh, look, they're at a cannabis festival and they're wearing last year's T-shirt. How passé. Get fashionable. You're hipsters."
There you go. And cut it the way you want, ladies. You can make it the way you want. Remember how we used to cut those
by the way, when I say T-shirts, I'm not talking about that rotten cotton stuff. Seven tons of chemical for every ton of cotton. Cotton is rotten. Cotton is one of the poisons. Not many people know that.
And it takes 2 years of water.
Buy that T-shirt, pay triple the price, and you can have a T-shirt for life, and a T-shirt, which is actually really will become a talking point.
Absolutely. And the hemp, remember, hemp fabric will grab that color. So, ladies, if you like to have nice clothes like I do, I like them looking new, no matter how old they are. That's the beauty of hemp.
Well, cool. Again, just take a little bit of hemp history. The reason the colours. Somebody's driving a car through my front speaker.
As long as they don't go to the house.
Right.
Hello, Dave. This is Hal.
Hello.
I have to add compressor air to the chambers. Please put your helmet on while we take care of this problem. Dave, this is Hal. I need to take control of the spaceship.
Okay. Control of the spaceship, pal. This is it. It's all over, people. The Yellowstone Park's gone off. We're all right. We've got a spaceship.
You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Please share us with your friends.
THCF medical clinics are the premier physicians clinic in the United States. THCF has offices all across the United States from Hawaii to Michigan. THCF Medical Clinics has helped approximately 150,000 patients obtain their medical marijuana permits to legally possess, grow, and use medical marijuana. If you have chronic pain, multiple sclerosis, or any other neurological degenerative disease, or if you have any gastrointestinal disorders such as GERD, irritable bowel syndrome, or if you have AIDS, cancer, spastic disorders, seizure disorders, or glaucoma, call us at 1-800-723-0188 or visit us online at hemp.org. Again, the number is 1-800-723-0188 and the site is hemp.org.
In need of a ganja vacation? Blaze away.
Don't criticize it.
Hotbox Jamaica. Chill.
Legalize it, yeah.
Relax. And burn all day while watching the amazing ocean view. Listen to the birds. Bathe in the mineral waters of the Ganja River. Munch on tasty Jamaican Rasta food. Take a weed farm tour and hold a meditation. Book this amazing vacation for $420. Get the Sativa Special. 7 nights in Sativa dorms with ganja meals and airport transfer. Check us out at hotboxjamaica.com. That's hotboxjamaica.com. Hotbox Jamaica, a higher meditation vacation.
Indigrow is your source for affordable induction grow lighting. First discovered in 1891 by Nikola Tesla, Indigrow lights deliver 11 years of electronic sunlight to your plants. Indigrow lamps require less than half the power of traditional HID lamps. Converting to Indigrow lights means you'll cut down on your power bill with less lighting. Indigrow lamps also use 5 times less mercury than traditional fluorescent or HID lamps, making Indigrow not only energy efficient but environmentally friendly as well. No more switching out lamps between vegetative and flowering stages. As nature intended, your lights get a steady dose of UV light. That makes your plants grow healthier and stronger. Indigrow products are manufactured in San Diego, California, and come with a written 10-year warranty. What Tesla knew, then growers know now, is that Indigrow lighting is the cost-effective addition to your victory garden. To learn more or order now, go to inda-grow.com. That's INDA-GRO.com. Or call 877-452-2244 to answer any of your questions. These guys really know lights. Indigrow really is your sunlight in a box.
Education and information. See what all the buzz is all about. It's time for hemp. It's time for hemp.
Smoking, but when they hear this song, they'll learn there's more to toking. 25,000 different things we can make from it, and if we give it a chance, we'll save the blinking planet. Food, fuel and medicine, necessities for life, a benefit to all of us, our wonder and delight. Within this smelly weed, there's more than meets the eye, so much, much more than smoking, it can cleanse our dirty skies. Cannabis, cannabis will save the planet. Cannabis is a very useful weed. Cannabis will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis is very good indeed. Even Prince Charlie has a high regard for weed. sends it to MS sufferers who are in desperate need. It's medicinal, it's pure, and it helps to ease the pain. And if you're feeling down, my friend, it'll pick you up again. Cannabis, cannabis will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis, cannabis, it's a very useful weed. Cannabis, cannabis will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis, cannabis, it's very good indeed. A miracle to life. Say goodbye to trouble and strife. A gift to the world. Let the cosmic truth be told. Rationality, liberality, open out your minds. The sun is closing in and we're running out of time. There's no point in worrying, no wondering what to do. Cause the answer's in the colour green, it's shining through and through. Cannabis, cannabis will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis, cannabis, it's a very useful weed. Cannabis, cannabis will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis.
Cannabis, very good indeed. Ah, hello.
Hi,
back.
Steve. Can we get
Sorry,
to
we had an extended break there because we were having a change of format, which
Yes.
everybody will learn about over the weekend. Which will be
We are
brilliant.
going, this will be our very last live show, listeners, next week, but that's all right, because what we're going to do is Casper is going to set us up on a 24-hour format. And why this is important is you can leave your computer or your tablet or your phone wherever you in the kitchen, in your living room. Just leave it on and you will get continual radio programs. You'll always get information. You won't have to go back and F5 it and say which program's on now. Just leave it on. You can hear it 24 hours a day. You're going to hear about solid, reliable, honest, just well-researched cannabis news from hemp, industrial hemp to medicinal cannabis. We're it. We're the place to go for realistic, real news. That sounded funny, didn't it? Okay, Steve.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I just love change. Actually, I think that's what it is. Isn't it nice? We change so well. I find that in my life.
We
Before it was
really
all change.
do.
Oh, I don't like change, but nowadays change comes up and it's like, okay, let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's
change.
Let's get on with it. It was. Now, Hastings came up last night. I actually was doing a little bit of a little trimming here and there, and I had watched one of your programs on BBC, and it had Hastings. I was like, there you are. There you
Well,
are.
it was famous, Hastings. It really is a very famous town.
It's famous because of you, Steve.
No, absolutely not. Hastings has got many famous things.
Well, it is for me. You know how I am. Okay, let's get back, Steve. Let's get back to this to the fest. This is really important, listeners. You would think that you got all of this. You always want to make sure that things are close to you. You really do. I still say take a great big cotton or hemp string, the kind that we use for wax, and tie it to the one you love. It'll block traffic. You'll get through.
It's like not that sort of festival, Beth. It's a music festival. Wrong show.
I said hemp. I didn't say leather.
That's all right. No, actually, in Japan, there's a guy out there who does bondage ropes made from hemp, and they are if you are into that sort of thing, they are the rope to have. Every good fetish person knows about hemp rope. It doesn't cause any burns. You see, it's soft.
Oh, well, okay, better than rotten cotton.
Better than rotten cotton. If you're going to be tied up with hemp.
Be tied up.
Don't settle for anything less. It's not worth the beating.
It's got to be soft for the constriction.
Oh,
okay, let's get back, Steve. We're talking about fast. We're talking about being taken care of. One thing that you really need to understand, you need to have a safety point. So, for instance, there are several parks that we'll be going to at Hemp Fest. Just whoever you're with, just make sure that they have a safe point. This is really critical, so you're not ending up going, where is it? So, all right.
Hey, when is Hemp Fest?
Pardon?
When is your Hemp Fest?
15th through the 17th. We have just received.
And you've got a stall there, haven't you? You've got a stall, haven't you? Time for Hemp.
And Time for Hemp is the largest. Will be the
right.
largest.
Do you know how you're going to find the stall, everybody? I'm going to tell you how you're going to find the stall, because every stall there will have a flag up with cannabis lubes on it. Except Time for Hemp, I am going to send you a proper Jolly Roger pirate flag from England, and you can raise that above your stall, because we're pirates, mate. We're pirate radio. I'm going to send you a proper Jolly Roger flag, and you can hoist that above the stall. So you'll be the only one there. Everybody's going to know where you are, because you're the pirates.
I think there'll be a lot of pirate flags, but
I don't think so. Not like we know. Hastings has got a monopoly on proper pirate flags.
Well, there you go. From Hastings.
Skull and crossbones.
All right, Steve, I'm going to draw you back to this topic once again, because it's really valid for first timers.
Okay.
I think it's for you to understand that you're going to be in an environment where there's a lot of people looking. If you want to meander and you don't like crowds, you need to go in the early morning, as early as you can get. When it gets crowded, you're just there for the event and the wave of people going through. Steve, we've received our permission for press passes. We are all good to go for Hemp Fest, and I've asked them that we'll interview for international speakers, celebrities there. We'll be doing that. I'm really excited. Hemp Fest is over several acres and several parks. Another thing, Steve, is how do you hydrate? How do you make sure you have enough water on you when you're at these festivals?
Well, I carry a water filter bottle. I actually got one of these special bottles that has a filter in the top. I use it in India quite a lot. So it's like I've got a second carbon filter in it. I just carry a bottle with me now. And it's nice if you squeeze just a little bit of lemon into it. Helps you rehydrate. And maybe a little bit of pink sea salt. Just a pinch.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. So you need to be careful. The other thing is, unless you're getting something from a vendor, please do not take anything from anybody.
I know what will be there as well.
Yeah, so you just
in your
need
package, Dr. Beth, in your package is some of my natural cannabis-based sun cream lotion or sun filtering lotion. So you can get that as samples. Don't forget, it's most probably the old people, but remember your skin, especially if you're a meat eater, it will fry. So be careful of the sun.
Absolutely.
So that means taking a light jacket, a light something over, if your arms are exposed, you need to cover them. And a good hat. A good hat's always good at a festy. Yeah.
Absolutely. You need to be thinking about these things. So, but do not grab what, if somebody says, here, drink this, don't drink that. That's just common sense. You just don't want to do that.
They might be on urine therapy. They might, to them it would be generous, but to you, I mean, you never know.
Oh yeah.
Your own water.
Yeah. You always want to bring extra money that you hide and you don't use for anything purposes except for emergencies. You really want to have a mini first aid kit. I know I miss safety, listeners. I really am, and I'm always going to be doing that. But that's just me. I just know that if you're at one end and the first aid station's at the other end, you definitely need to make sure that you have what you need.
I'm the endosol. Just take some hemp oil. That's the only cure out there.
I know.
But hemp oil, cuts.
I'm not talking about pharma, Steve. I'm talking about if you have concentrates, you want to make sure that you have enough of those. Or if you have, cream issue, if you have arthritic hand issues and you're all excited, you need to put a little bit of that cream in a to-go bag, because you don't know about the humidity. You know how your fingers hurt before it rained. So you know that's a barometric pressure of the pressure in your joints. So just an emergency can of bag, so to speak. And then you'll be all right, I think.
Well, festy kit, shouldn't they? And give them out, sell them at festies, the little festy kit.
That's a very good idea. It really is. Yep. To go.
Right, I want to ask a question. I saw a news report at some ungodly hour of the UK time, about 5 o'clock this morning. Something about the one of the big American FDA or DEA has gone that cannabis has got no medical purposes again. Apparently, did you hear anything about this?
No.
Or is this again breaking news? Okay, I'll find out some more about that. It came out in one of my news wires of the early hours this morning.
I'm looking at it right now. House blocks DEA from targeting medical marijuana. No, but when you get it, let's see. You get different news than we get.
We do. Most of my good information about England either comes from the US or Australia. Australia's informed me that some of the best information they get about Australia comes from me in England. So it seems to be that the news media is travelling around the globe via the people that live in the right countries. Because I don't know what's going on in England. The only way I know what's going on in England is by watching other people's news media. If I watch my own, it's all pussycats and everything's all right in England. We ain't at war. We ain't throwing out homeless people. We ain't got our national service collapsing. We ain't got vast unemployment. We ain't in the middle of some crazy recession that was man-made by the banks. It's like, no, that don't exist in our newspapers or our news media. No, it's all right. All business as usual in England. Everything's good.
That's right. So, listeners, that's why Time for Hemp and Hemp Works, we report international news. We let you know what's going on. When we know something, you'll know something as well. And, Steve, we just spoke with Casper about that same issue, that news that's breaking for us, we will be able to put in a soundbite and get over to you and get to Casper as soon as it can be, and he'll put it on the next day. Is that what he said?
Pretty ASAP. As soon as he's got the room to sling it on there. So it could be, if we time it right, it could almost be instant. But I can't see it being more than 24 hours because Casper and Sash do something.
If it's breaking news, I just can't wait. Here at Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network, we will burst right into the pre-recorded programming, stop everything, and let you know that prohibition has ended. Yeah. Otherwise, if it's not that important, we will record it today and broadcast it the next.
I'm off with Muse to Burning Man, and we'll burn it, and it'll be fun. And then listeners, we can begin to talk about this neo-cannabis time, the time after prohibition has fallen. And there's not too much of a conversation on that, but you have to kind of think about what will life be like when free the weed is no longer has to be said. So that there are all these thoughts. What will we do? What will policy look like? What will manufacturing look like? What will gardening look at? What will large-scale growing look like? How will industrial hemp work with medical cannabis, say, in Northern California? These are all issues that will be coming up because it will be legal.
It will. I tell you one thing the future will hold. It will not hold, I represent myself yet again, it will not hold a product made by GW Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Because a major top of the tree, total god doctor who knows all about these cancer things, said there is no way you will put any form of cancer treatment in an alcohol spray because the alcohol would actually start to cause cancer. The new drug they've got coming out is called Epilexidoc. It's something stupid, right? That is a glaucoma one, and he's actually proved that the relationship between alcohol and glaucoma, the alcohol makes the glaucoma about 10 times worse. So anybody that's got glaucoma that's going to take this new drug from GW Pharmaceuticals, yes, it might fix your glaucoma, but the alcohol inside of the spray will totally wreck your eyeball. So they're selling you a drug now that don't actually work. The drug works, the cannabis bit works, but as we all know, the alcohol don't. As soon as the spray is 90% alcohol, it's not on. It's going to go. What a lovely man. What a lovely scientist.
That's insane. And listeners, if you know someone that is talking about that, you need to let them know. Replay this, because Steve does not talk out of the side of his head. He knows what he's he knows what he's speaking of. He does his homework. He sleeps like 30 minutes in every 24-hour cycle. This man is reading, researching. He's always doing things like this. So when he says it, it is That Steve, that's just incredulous.
I checked the research. I was gobsmacked, and I checked it out. And the geezer who he says he is, he really has got a lot of clout, a lot more clout. He knows a lot more about cancer and alcohol than GW Pharmaceuticals will ever know about cannabis. That's for sure. So it just goes to prove that company has done no research, even though they took £180 million on January for more research. Where'd that money go? Because it certainly wasn't anybody that decided to put that drug or that medicine or that cannabinoid inside of an alcohol base. Really, it's about the worst thing you could ever done. Not because of us, because a top cancer doctor, surgeon, specialist. Right, I'll get his name later and I'll repost it all up. Yeah, so that's condemned them.
Do you think we could get him on or get a soundbite from him?
I'll give him a go. Yeah, I'll give him a go. But as I say, that's what he's going to say, isn't it? And that's that. And like all these great researchers, we went to a thing with Dr. Professor Nutt, who's one of the top cannabis doctors in the world. We went to one of his things last week, and scientists don't lie. They don't need to lie. Not that. When they're of that quality, they're not after a pay packet. They've already got their pay packets. What they're interested in is true research and science. And science doesn't lie. It doesn't know about right and wrong. It just is.
It is the facts. It
is the facts.
You set it up, and this is what you do, and it's your whole life on the line. There have been scientists that have messed with numbers, but they usually go to work for Monsanto afterwards.
Yeah, something like that.
They really do. But when I put out a fact, if I said it's A and it turned out to be B, then I had better be reporting that it was B that was significant, not A.
Absolutely, straight on it. Whenever I make a mistake, as soon as more information comes up. At the moment, we live in a world which is this E equals MC squared, right? And until that's disproved, that's how we work it. But the day it's disproved, half the population go, yeah, it served us for a purpose, now we've got a new equation to work with. And the other half will go, oh no, got to keep with that. Oh no, that's tradition. Oh no, that worked. Look. And that's how it is, isn't it? New information comes up, we work with it.
Yes. No dirty, and listeners, no dirty laundry on this, on Hemp Works. There isn't. We go and we report the news as it is. And we don't go in and you don't hear us gossip. You don't hear us embellish. GW, you need to do your research. Where was your research? Where was your scientist testing this information? You're smart. You had a top-notch crew. And then we know what you did with them. But you are full of greed. So what's going to happen is that instant karma is going to hit you. It's going to happen, G-Dub, because you're not thinking about patients. You're not thinking about humanity. You're not following, as we call it, Steve, the cannabis way. You're following a greed way. And that path, it's a deadly sin for a reason. Yeah. Know your history. Go back to your literature.
Yeah. Well, they should change their name from GW Pharmaceuticals to Ripoff and Scarpa. Cannabis dealers.
Or
that's what they're going to do. Greed W Farmers. Anyway, we stopped picking on them. But unfortunately, I don't pick on them.
No.
It's just the truth of what they are. I really, really do, in my heart of hearts, wish that they had been an honest company and got this sorted, because all governments around the world have signed up to GW Pharmaceuticals. In a way, they've done us a favour. Because even governments like my own, that says cannabis doesn't have any medical benefit, they say that the GW Pharmaceuticals cannabis does. So on one hand they're promoting it, on one hand they're saying it's not. Well, GW Pharmaceuticals are doing a wonderful job of promoting that cannabis is legal, but that's as far as it goes. They're not fit for consumption.
It's
fantastic. We have the most marvellous advertising company on the planet with GW Pharmaceuticals, and they have told the world cannabis is legal. There you go.
Okay.
They've got patents.
When we come back.
Okay.
Go ahead, Casper. Go ahead.
You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Please share us with your friends.
If you are in the Portland, Oregon area and are an OMMP cardholder, then come down to Nikki's Diggity Dank Market, Portland, Oregon's first and only weekly OMMP market, presented by the Alternative Wellness Center, located at 5241 Southeast 72nd Avenue, 2 blocks south of Foster Boulevard, close to public transportation, held every Sunday 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., connecting quality vendors with patients. Nikki's Diggity Dank Market also has a weekly raffle with products from every vendor, so come down to Nikki's Diggity Dank Market and have fun while connecting with quality vendors and getting great natural medicine. If you are a vendor and want a chance to connect with OMMP patients, you can check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/Alternative Wellness Center or call 971-888-4392. Be sure to register early because space is limited. Nikki's Diggity Dank Market.
In need of a ganja vacation? Blaze away.
Don't criticize it.
Hotbox Jamaica. Chill. Relax and burn all day while watching the amazing ocean view. Listen to the birds. Bathe in the mineral waters of the Ganja River. Munch on tasty Jamaican Rasta food. Take a weed farm tour and hold a meditation. Book this amazing vacation for $420. Get the Sativa Special. 7 nights in Sativa dorms with ganja meals and airport transfer. Check us out at hotboxjamaica.com. That's hotboxjamaica.com. Hotbox Jamaica, a higher meditation vacation.
Indigrow is your source for affordable induction grow lighting. First discovered in 1891 by Nikola Tesla, Indigrow lights deliver 11 years of electronic sunlight to your plants. Indigrow lamps require less than half the power of traditional HID lamps. Converting to Indigrow lights means you'll cut down on your power bill with less lighting. Indigrow lamps also use 5 times less mercury than traditional fluorescent or HID lamps, making Indigrow not only energy efficient but environmentally friendly as well. No more switching out lamps between vegetative and flowering stages. As nature intended, your lights get a steady dose of UV light. That makes your plants grow healthier and stronger. Indigrow products are manufactured in San Diego, California, and come with a written 10-year warranty. What Tesla knew, then growers know now, is that Indigrow lighting is the cost-effective addition to your victory garden. To learn more or order now, go to inda-grow.com. That's INDA-GRO.com. Or call 877-452-2244 to answer any of your questions. These guys really know lights. Indigrow really is your sunlight in a box.
Free? Did you say free? Free hemp? Free hemp? Free hemp video and audio? Free downloads of all the top artists, all the pot artists on planet Earth. Interviews with all the people making the movement, making the hemp movement. It's time for hemp. That's right, world. It's time for hemp. That's right, world. It's time for hemp.
Cannabis will save the planet with cannabis. Cannabis, cannabis is very good indeed.
Steve,
You could be the Cannabis Care Bear.
Please, may we please have Tony on?
Oh, wait, no, Tony's an enigma to himself. Tony will come on when he's ready. There is nothing I could possibly do. And Tony's most probably listening in now, and he's standing there laughing because Tony knows that I know him well enough. Nobody can influence Tony Macaroni. Tony Macaroni does what Tony does.
Look at my picture. Steve, send him my picture. Tony, as good as I love
Dr. Beth wants to meet you.
I just want to hear, I just want to hear his voice, But But he's just
lovely.
what a wonderful song, Steve. Listeners, it's just contact us if you want the lyrics. We are more than happy to send these bites to you. This is Tony is really put together.
Once Tony's got his website together, Tony will be a guest on now, and he will play some of his other amazing music because it's all good. He's a real conscious, spiritual, hippie sort of sing-along sort of guy. With his songs, you sort of end up singing along to them.
There you go. Well, listeners, during the break, we were listening to Casper give us an explanation of Hemp Fest. Casper, if you're there, do you have any hints for the participants when they come in? Anything they can do, or hints for any potential speakers that are coming in for the first time?
Yeah, stick $50 in our bin, in our collection tin.
Well, just bring lots of money because, like at any venue, a hamburger is like $12 and a Coke's $8.
Which you don't drink, of course.
At the Seattle Hemp Fest, it's a 3-mile. It's a 3-mile event. There's 6 stages, so make sure you got lots of water with you. Don't be dragging your kids along because they're just going to hate it unless they can walk on their own. Don't be dragging your dogs along because you think your little doggy can just go everywhere with you and your little doggy's so cute. Your little doggy's not cute. We don't want to walk in your dog poop. Leave it at home. Get a sitter. Good God. Prepare for the weather. Don't plan to be in a hurry because once you get there, it's an overcrowded event and it's wall-to-wall people and you cannot walk fast anywhere. Make sure you have your own herb because you're going to be in the middle of the park smoking up your 3 joints that you brought, jonesing for another one, bumming off of people. That's not good. Be prepared to enjoy lots of great music. There's about about 40 bands that are playing at the event over the 3-day weekend. There's about 60 speakers. There's lots of venues and tents to attend and visit. But just be prepared to spend a long time in lines and pay high prices for everything.
Yeah, and don't be embarrassed about putting. If you've only got $50 notes, don't be embarrassed to put that in their collection box. If you've got hundreds, that'll do. But we won't say anything if it's a 50. All right, just put it in there. Do the right thing.
There you go. There you go. Casper, what was your favorite memory from last year's Hemp Fest?
Being backstage. No?
Let's see. I don't know. I had so many. It was fun being driven around a little go-kart. It was fun being backstage with the bands. It was fun going to the private parties afterwards. It was nice being treated like a dignitary everywhere I went. So every time I go to Hemp Fest, they lay out the rig.
Hold on. Shut up. My show. I've got one to give out. Next weekend, already, can you believe it? It's Gay Pride in Brighton. The biggest gay pride march in Europe. And Time for Hemp will be there with Hemp Works. Yes. And Hemp Works Charity. And we will be outside of Hemp Works Evolution, the hemp shop. Because we've got a pitch there, and we've taken over a pub for a full-blown after-party.
You had the most fun.
Yeah, man, we got it.
Oh, you had the most fun.
All right, well, it's time to say goodbye. We got Steve Bloom coming on in 2 minutes, and one of his guests is going to be from the band.
So this was the very last, as far as we know, pretty much live show for the near future. They're all going to be recorded from now on.
They're all going to be recorded. Listeners, remember, Hemp Fest, whatever. It might be Hemp Fest. It might be Raw Fest. Just listen to these things. Try a few. Send us more. We thank you very much. We will see you next week, and we will be conducting interviews at Hemp Fest. So look for us.
Cool.